Hello everyone. So in this video, we are going to talk about how to disable or in fact, we are going to talk about the three different things. Okay. So we are going to talk about how to disable the white label error page, which is the Spring default error page in case something goes wrong in the server, right? That's the first thing we are going to cover in this tutorial. The second thing we are going to cover is what are the options, right? How we can override that default error page. So rather than disabling it, let's say we disable it, but we still want to show our custom error page, right? How we can do that. And the third thing is there is a error handler that is being provided by the Spring Boot, right? How we can customize that error handler to do some custom things around it. For example, we want to send a different page based upon if we are getting a 404 message, or maybe we are not getting a we are getting some other message. For example, the application is still running, or something other things, right? So let's see what are the different options. But before jumping into that one, I just quickly want to show you how that default white label error page looks like. All right, so this is how it looks like. Currently, this URL does not map to anything, right? So this is the error page that has been thrown by the Spring Boot, and that is known as a white label error page, right? So the first step to disable it is using your application.property file. So that's the property server.error white label.enable is equal to false. You by default the value is set as a true. You can set the value as a false. Okay, so let's restart our application and see how this is going to make the difference. All right, so we disable that this page. Let's reload our application and see now. Instead of that default page from the Spring Boot, we are getting a standard Tomcat 404 page, right? So that's a very standard process, right? You just have to add one entry. There is a other option if you don't want to go by the application.property file. There is a programmatic way we will cover into the end of this lesson, right? Now, still you want to have your custom 404 page, right? What are the options, right? How we can do that? So the easiest way of doing that one is you basically create a HTML page. Okay, name it as error.html and then put your custom kind of your 404 maybe the HTML into it. Okay, for this video I'm going to add this data. So this is not interesting. The interesting part is how this overall things work, right? So still there will be an error, and there is a error controller provided by the Spring Boot out of the box that is going to cache the error. And now instead of picking the default error page, it's basically going to pick the error page that has been created into this one, right? We created it, right? So let's restart the application right now. Just to highlight it, we did only one thing. We created this error page, right? That's the only thing we did to show the custom 404 page. Okay, so let's restart our application and see if we are able to see this custom 404 page or not. So let's reload our application. Now you see that's our custom error page, right? So now still the handler is with the Spring Boot, but now it's picking our own custom HTML page, right? The other part is probably what happened, like you still don't have a control into the error controller, right? It still basically have a certain default workflow. But what happens if you want to create your custom error page, right? So in order to create a custom error page, all you have to do is to create a controller and implement the error controller interface that has been provided by the Spring Boot. There will be a one method which you need to override. Okay, let's see what are the steps. That's our custom controller with or sorry, the error controller, right? I forgot to add the controller annotation here. Okay, so what I'm doing is this is the method which you will be overriding once you implement this error controller. And what I'm doing is right now, for any endpoint that has been mapped by error, I'm going to return this custom view, right? At the end of it, I need to create a new HTML template here. say error, sorry, the custom error HTML file. Okay, and let's add something, maybe some HTML to this one. So now I'm saying it's a custom page, right? In the earlier one, I'm not saying a custom page. Okay, so let's restart our application and see if it's picking up our action or not. Okay, and for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a debug point here just to demonstrate you how this workflow overall works. Okay, my application started. Let's reload this one. Okay, so you see the now I have, like, instead of having the default error controller, now the Spring Boot is passing the control back to us, right? And you can see there are different options, right? So now I'm returning a custom error page. So let's run this one and see onto the front end. So you can see, right, now it's picking our custom error page. All right, so that's all from for this tutorial. I hope this will give you a clear picture how you can disable the the out of the box that error page, and how you can create your custom error page, as well as can customize the error controller that is has been provided by the Spring Boot. Thanks for watching this video.